Morning, Year 10. So we are back with your component 1. We're going to focus on learning aim A. I'm going to talk you through it like I did with the other video, and you will see there's some crossovers with what work you need to produce. So here is Lexi with another inspiring video about what you need to do. So this is what the specification says in terms of the overview for the whole of component. You can see down here, learning aim A is about examining professional practitioners' performance work. The professional practitioner that we are looking at for this first section of the component is Willie Russell, because he's the guy who obviously wrote Blood Brothers. So as we go through this, you need to be aware of these different areas. So you need to make sure you include the creative stylistic qualities. I'm going to talk you through that in a moment. And then we are on to the roles and responsibilities and skills, which we spoke about in the last video. And you have got some examples there as to what the skills might be, but this covers everything for the performing arts. So you just need to make sure it is then relevant to epic theatre. So this is an example as to what you are asked to do. This is what the exam board set out. It says that you will watch examples of performance work. You will discuss and take notes referencing their creative intention and the purpose, performance and non-performance roles and related responsibilities. So this is where we then start to look at these example tasks, looking at the key features, the key influences, examples, which are the performances themselves, and then how everything comes together for that final performance. And this is your assessment criteria, the one at the top where it says learning aim A, examine professional practitioners' performance work. That's what we're going to focus on today. So you can see you've obviously got your level 1 and your level 2. However, I want to make sure we are focusing on our level 2, okay, because we're all definitely capable of that. So for your pass, you are describing. For a merit, you are discussing, which just means that you are giving some examples and adding your thoughts and opinions as well. A distinction is assess, which means you're going to be giving examples, you're going to be giving reasons, you are going to be linking the intentions to the context and to the social aspects of the particular time. So firstly, for learning aim A, we are going to go across to research of the practitioner, who in this case, as I've already said, is Willie Russell. So there will be a link for you to the video that we watched in lesson, which is Willie Russell talking all about his background, his home life, his social class, his influences. You made notes on this for your mind map, so you should remember it, but I will give you the link just to recap yourself. You don't need to go into an awful lot of detail on this. It's just so you've got the background to then develop your research further for the learning aim. So initially, we're just going to look at Willie Russell research as the practitioner for Blood Brothers in his background, home life, social class and influences, and check that video and check back on your notes for you to complete that section of your research. The next part of your research is looking at the style, which is epic theatre, and you need to pick out what the key features are. So this is when the pass merit distinction comes into it, because you are either going to describe, discuss, or assess these key features. So again, make sure you're describing firstly what they are. You're then going to discuss them by talking about what kind of impact they have and why they are used. You are then going to assess how effective they are and how effectively they are used in Blood Brothers, and thinking back to the creative intentions, the influences and the inspiration from Willie Russell. We then bring in our research for the roles and responsibilities. So this is the actors and directors who are working together on epic theatre. Again, using Blood Brothers as an example when you're talking about the skills and responsibilities that are required. Making sure you're referencing obviously epic theatre and how important their role is in terms of what they achieve as a result. Again, this was referenced in the video for learning aim B the other day, so do double check back on that, and there will be some links for that for you to reference. Finally, you are going to summarize all of your research, and this is so that you can explain the creative intentions of the style and of the practitioner. So you're just going to kind of pull it all together to explain how all of these aspects enable epic theatre to achieve its intentions. So, for example, we've already discussed the fact that epic theatre needs to make us think. Epic theatre needs to communicate a message. It usually makes some kind of comment on society so the audience can relate to it. And it's also going to try and detach the emotions from the audience. You can obviously reference that there are moments within Blood Brothers where it is an emotional play and we are asked to kind of identify with that. However, they do obviously use these key features of epic theatre to keep us in check and to remind us of the style and to remind us that whilst we might be identifying with Mickey, with Eddie, with the social class issues, that we are still being asked to think about it in the bigger picture. And it's the sort of thing that epic theatre is relevant across all ages, across all different types of people and different backgrounds, because it always relates to something in real life. Not necessarily a real story, but something that we as human beings can always interact with and connect with. So that draws to a close what you need to be doing for Learning Aim A. So remember, it is all about you picking out the key features of epic theatre. Describe for a pass, discuss with examples for a merit, and assess with examples, reasons, context for a distinction. You are then looking at how epic theatre achieves its creative intentions, which you've already spoken about in terms of the comment on society, detaching the audience, making them think about a message. But remember, you can reference how Blood Brothers contrast this with the emotions that we do actually kind of get a bit attached to the characters and the situation and how that is achieved. And then finally, you are talking about the roles and responsibilities, which was referenced in the Learning Aim B video, when you are making reference to epic theatre in terms of why each of the skills and responsibilities you are picking out are effective, helpful, and beneficial in order for it to achieve its intention of making the audience think. So, hope that helps. Any questions, give me a shout. Take care.